So you're thinking about starting a family. That's huge, and I'm willing to bet a thought like this has crossed your mind. Maybe I should do a detox first, just clear everything out, get a fresh start. It's a completely natural impulse, right? You want your body to be the absolute healthiest home possible for your future little one. But let's take a closer look at that idea.
What if I told you that that very instinct, that desire to cleanse everything, could actually be working against you? That the popular juice fast you've seen all over social media might actually slow down your fertility instead of boosting it? Yeah, it sounds crazy, but that's the surprising truth we're going to unpack right now.
And look, this line of thinking is incredibly common. It reminds me of someone we'll call Sophie. When she decided it was time to start trying for a baby, her first thought was to do everything right. And for her, giving her body the best possible start meant one thing: a big restrictive detox.
Sophie, just like so many of us, really believed that flushing her system was the best first step. But as we're about to see, this super well-intentioned idea can seriously backfire when it comes to getting your body ready for conception. Okay, so let's get into the science of it all. Why does this whole idea of a cleanse actually clash with what your body needs for fertility? Well, it all comes down to a really critical difference: fueling your body versus, well, starving it. Here's the thing you have to remember. Your body already has this amazing, powerful, built-in detoxification system. It's not some event you do once a year. It's the 24/7 job of your liver, your kidneys, and your gut. But, and this is the absolute key, this system doesn't run on empty. It needs fuel. It runs on the nutrients from the food you eat.
And this is where the big misunderstanding comes in. The myth is that restricting food, that starving yourself, somehow magically cleanses the body. But the reality? Depriving your body of nutrients actually starves the very organs that are in charge of cleaning. Your liver doesn't need to be cleansed from the outside, it needs to be fueled from the inside.
So just think of it like a negative chain reaction. It starts when you go on a really restrictive diet that starves your liver of the raw materials it needs, like proteins and vitamins. What happens next? Its natural ability to clear out waste and old hormones actually slows way down. Your body feels the sudden lack of food as a major stress signal. And when your body is stressed, all non-essential systems, and I hate to say it, but reproduction is seen as non-essential in a crisis, get put on the back burner. And the direct consequences for fertility? They can be pretty significant. For women, that big stress signal can completely mess with ovulation, making your cycles unpredictable. And for men, it can lead to lower testosterone and a drop in sperm quality. So instead of getting your body ready for a baby, a restrictive detox can actually make it way less ready.
Okay, so this brings us to a really important turning point. If stripping things away and restrictive cleanses aren't the answer, then what is? What should you actually be doing to prepare your body for conception? What's the right approach here?
The answer is a complete 180 in your mindset. It's not about elimination, it is all about nourishment. Fertility doesn't flourish when we take things away, it absolutely thrives when we add back in what the body is craving.
All right, so let's lay out a practical roadmap for this. This is all about building a strong, nourished foundation, step by step, to really and truly support your fertility journey.
Okay, first things first, we've got to focus on fueling that amazing natural detox system. And that means plenty of water. It helps flush everything out naturally. It also means quality protein. We're talking eggs, lentils, chicken, tofu. The amino acids in protein are literally the building blocks your liver depends on. And, my favorite tip, fill your plate with a rainbow of colors. The antioxidants in all those colorful foods help protect both eggs and sperm from damage.
Next up, let's get a little more specific. There are certain nutrients that are absolute superstars for preconception health. You've probably heard of folate, but choline is its partner in crime. They're both vital for healthy DNA formation. Then you have zinc and selenium, which are crucial for regulating hormones and building strong sperm. And of course, omega-3 fats from things like fatty fish or algae are fantastic for lowering inflammation and supporting overall egg quality.
Now, when I say clear space, I don't mean deprivation. It just means making some smart choices. Avoiding alcohol completely is really key because there's just no known safe amount when you're trying to conceive. And then keeping caffeine to 1 coffee a day, maybe less, and really focusing on water for hydration. That gives your reproductive cells the best possible environment to thrive without the stress of some crazy cleanse. So, the big question is, how long does this all take? The key window you want to think about is about 3 months.
Yep, 3 months. That's roughly how long it takes for an egg to mature and for a whole new batch of sperm to be developed. This shift in approach, it's so much more than a diet change. It's a real transformation from a mindset of deprivation to one of positive, empowering self-care.
And that brings us right back to Sophie. After 3 months of focusing on nourishing her body instead of detoxing it, her whole perspective changed. She was actually enjoying food again. Her energy was stable, and she felt totally in sync with her body. This quote from her says it all. She felt like her body was finally working with her.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's simple, but it's so powerful. Your body is incredibly intelligent. What it needs from you isn't some short-term, stressful cleanse. It needs consistent, thoughtful nourishment so it can do its job at its absolute best.
Ultimately, getting ready for pregnancy isn't about wiping the slate clean. It's about building the most robust, nutrient-rich, and supportive foundation you possibly can. So the real question isn't about what you can eliminate. It's about what you can add to empower your body for the incredible journey ahead.